Guys, what's going on? I hope you guys are well. I hope you guys are staying safe. I hope everything is good. Thank you for all your comments, your responses about the live stream and how you're enjoying it. I really appreciate every single comment. I really appreciate all of you guys coming on the live stream, by the way. It really means a lot. It really means a lot, you know, and I really appreciate it. Guys, I want to go straight into it. Manny Pacquiao has responded to Paradigm trying to block the fight, saying that Manny Pacquiao was contracted to fight Mikey Garcia and they're trying to block Pacquiao Spence. Manny Pacquiao has responded by saying they have no merit to stop this fight, according to Manny Pacquiao, and he feels if anything goes, you know, to legality, he'll win regardless. You know what, of late in boxing, AJ Fury was a kick in the stomach. We've now got issues with Errol Casimero and Nonito Donaire. And then obviously we've got Errol Spence and Manny Pacquiao, which is, you know, potentially up in the air now. I don't know whether this fight's going to happen. Now, AJ Fury, people pointed out to me, the difference was AJ Fury was never signed. But it was very close to being signed, and then all of a sudden, boom. Now, I don't mind that situation because I feel like Wilder Fury is a very credible fight and a great fight, and AJ Usyk is a very credible and a great fight. So I'm not too fussed because of the fact that we've got great substitutes. We haven't got what we wanted, but we've got great substitutes, and we've got those two guys fighting on very, very credible fighters in both fights where they could lose. So that's how credible those fights are. And I have no problem. Now, with this fight, obviously, I don't know if Manny Pacquiao doesn't get this fight. What's going to happen? Is he going to have to go into a fight with Mikey Garcia? And that's going to be very underwhelming. A lot of the fans won't be too pleased if that was to happen, because a lot of the fans want to see, you know, Pacquiao Spence. They don't want to see Pacquiao Mikey Garcia. So that wouldn't be great, because that would be seen as underwhelming. Whereas for me, although Fury Wilder was seen as underwhelming, I don't think it is. I actually think it's still a great fight. There's a great narrative. There's a great story behind it, and you know, by the time that fight comes around, it'll be a massive fight. I don't think I can say the same about Pacquiao Spence. Now, any fight that Manny's involved in, it's a big fight because it's Manny Pacquiao. But nevertheless, from the reaction I've got when I've made videos about it, from what I've seen online, from what I've seen on Facebook groups, there doesn't really seem to be that much buzz around a Mikey Garcia Pacquiao fight. Now, a Pacquiao Spence fight, wow, people have gone crazy. I remember when I did my video when it first got announced. I remember it was Friday. That's how I remember, and it blew the internet. Literally blew the internet. I did a video. I got huge views for it. This is what I'm trying to say. People are excited. People are very, very excited about this fight. People want this fight really badly. So I think, and people are looking forward to it. And I actually think it's the biggest fight of the year. And it's a fight that's going to generate a lot of money, a lot of revenue. It's going to have a lot of interest, and there's going to be a lot of people. There's already people apparently that bought tickets. You know, I actually spoke to Gamo, and he said he's bought tickets for the fight. You know, he said he's already bought his tickets. Now, obviously, I'm not going to be able to go to the fight because I'm in the UK. So I'm obviously not going to be able to, or not going to be going to the fight. But, you know, there's obviously people out in America that, you know, were telling me that they're gonna buy their tickets, people that I had on the live stream. So obviously they're hoping that this goes through. And we as boxing fans, we don't want another situation where another big fight gets cancelled, like an AJ Fury. We want this fight to go ahead. I hope the Nonito Donaire and Errol Casimero can sort their issues out in that fight. We as boxing fans, we want to see the biggest and best fights. You know, in the welterweight division, we're already not getting Terence Crawford beat Errol Spence because of the issues and the cross promotion and, you know, both guys' egos, wherever it is, but we're not getting that fight. So this is the next best thing, right? Manny Pacquiao v Errol Spence is the next big thing. And I want to see this fight really badly. Like, I've been looking forward to this fight for a very, very long time. Ever since it's been announced, I've been looking forward to this fight. And I wouldn't want this fight to be cancelled. It'll be really, really hard to take as a boxing fan, you know, if this fight gets cancelled. And I've said it multiple times. I just really want to see this fight. There's no fight that's been made right now that's in the horizon that I want to see more. Canelo Plant, no. Joshua Usyk, no. Fury Wilder, no. This is the fight. Nonito Donaire, John Raul Casimero gives it a run. But again, no. This is the fight. This for me is the biggest fight of the year. This for me is something different. This for me is legacy or history. Potentially we could witness history. This is something that for me moves the needle when it comes to all-time great. All-time great. If Manny Pacquiao beats Errol Spence, we may have witnessed possibly the greatest fighter of all time, you know, sign off. And with Manny Pacquiao, at the stage of Manny Pacquiao's career, if this falls through, who knows what Manny decides to do? He may just hang it up and call it a day. Do you understand where I'm coming from? So this is why I personally think that this is a fight that has to happen. Hopefully they can sort this out, and then, you know, we can go ahead. We can go ahead with this fight. Now, according to Pacquiao, this paradigm holds no merit. Now, I don't know if that's true. I don't know. You know, his team has come out and given a statement. He's made his feelings known that he feels that he has the right to fight Errol Spence. But according to Paradigm, they don't feel so. That's why they've tried to block the fight. Who knows? Who knows? I don't know what's going on. Maybe this will be sorted in a week's time, and, you know, we'll be looking forward to the fight. All we know right now that the tickets have gone on sale. People have started buying their tickets. Manny, you know, the fight's happening August 21st. You know, so that's what we know. But as of right now, as boxing fans, we're a bit worried because, you know, we've had one big fight taken away in AJ Fury, and we don't want this one. This is by easy the biggest fight in boxing right now, you know, that has been made recently. I don't think there's a fight that surpasses this one. You know, Fury Wilder, no. Joshua Usyk, no. You know, this is the biggest one. This is the one that we're all looking forward to, in my opinion, in the foreseeable future, because we've seen Fury Wilder. A lot of people think Joshua may be too big for Usyk, even though I don't necessarily agree with that. But this is a fight where, although people look at Errol Spence as a firm favourite, in the back of everyone's mind, because of what Manny Pacquiao did in his last fight, because of Manny Pacquiao's legendary status, you know, and we're looking at somebody, and there's no one in boxing today that's in the top 10 greatest fighters of all time. You know, Canelo's a great fighter, but, you know, and you'd say he's the best in boxing right now, he's not a top 10. Manny Pacquiao's a top 10 greatest fighter of all time. And potentially, if he wins, he puts himself on another level. So, and Errol Spence is one of the biggest stars and one of the best fighters in boxing right now. So if he was to beat Manny Pacquiao, it's kind of like a passing of the torch. And Errol Spence becomes the next big star in boxing. Who knows? He may even be able to surpass Canelo. It would be difficult, but who knows? This is what, for me, this is how this fight holds a lot of meaning in every sense for Spence and Pacquiao, for boxing as a whole. Because if Pacquiao beats Spence, if Spence beats Pacquiao, we may be looking at the next biggest star in world boxing. We may be looking at the next big American superstar, right? Which we haven't had for a very long time. And Errol Spence might have just, because I feel like Errol Spence has got, although he comes, sometimes some people say he comes across like dull, I think he's for me, he's a star. And I seem to like Errol Spence. I think he has a very, although, like I said, it doesn't always come across, he's very lazy-daisical, like he's laid back. He comes across somebody that I feel like a lot of the fans take to, and for me, he has a superstar persona about him. And I just think a win over Manny Pacquiao, with the numbers that he's already been doing and the wins that he's had in his career, I think will take him to another level, and potentially we may see the biggest star in American boxing that we haven't had in a very long time. So I actually think this is a very important fight for Errol Spence, because I think if he was to win, which a lot of people expect him to do, it may take him to another level. So that's why I think this fight is so important from a legacy standpoint for Pacquiao, because this win over someone like Errol Spence has a lot of meaning on his career and boxing history as a whole. And with Errol Spence, if he was to win, it means that it may be a passing of the torch, and we may be getting a first American superstar that we haven't had in a very, very long time. You know, a lot of the big names that, you know, we mentioned this on the live stream. Carl mentioned it on the live stream that, you know, the biggest stars in America are Fury and Canelo, and they're not even American, where that might change if Errol Spence was to beat someone like a Manny Pacquiao, because I believe Errol Spence is already packing out stadiums. I feel like Errol Spence is already doing good pay-per-view numbers. A win over Manny Pacquiao takes his reputation, takes his name, popularity, fame to another level. So I believe he could be that crossover American superstar that, you know, we've been looking for, and I think he has those qualities to become that. So that's why I think this is a very important fight for him. So I'm pretty sure he's not hoping this falls through, and we're all hoping as boxing fans. We just want to see a great fight, and this is a great matchup between two great fighters. So that's why I want to see this fight really badly, because it means a lot. It means a lot, you know, and we haven't seen it before. I want to see how good Errol Spence is. I want to see what Pacquiao has left, and can he still perform and probably and also pull off one of the greatest wins, in my opinion, in boxing history. I don't think there's going to be a better win than this. I think you look at Ali Foreman, you look at 42-year-old Manny Pacquiao fighting an undefeated 30-year-old unified welterweight champion in Errol Spence, who's in his prime, who's seen as in the top 5 pound for pound. I just don't see a better win than that. I don't see a better win than that. And this is why I think it's such a great fight. It's a fight that, you know, could, like I said, take him to the next level. Maybe if he beats Manny Pacquiao, some people may put him number 2 pound for pound or number 1 pound for pound. You know, if Manny Pacquiao was to win, for me, he goes, currently, right now, you probably put him number 1 or 2 pound for pound. This fight means a lot in boxing, for boxing history, for the passing of the torch to someone like Errol Spence. It means everything. It means everything. That's why I really hope that this fight goes ahead. I really hope so, because I really want to see this fight. And most importantly, I think stylistically, this is going to be a great fight, a great watch. The same way with Nonito Donaire and John Raul Casimero. It's the fact that stylistically, that fight is an unbelievable fight, and it's a great watch, and it's going to be very exciting. And that's why me as a boxing fan wants to see that fight, because I know we're in for a treat in terms of the action. And that's the same with Pacquiao Spence. So hopefully this fight happens. Hopefully this fight doesn't fall through, and hopefully we get to see it. But leave your thoughts, guys. Let me know what you think about how Pacquiao responds. Leave your thoughts. Let me know what you think. Do you think this fight is going to happen? Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. And guys, remember to please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.